shocked her every time I say that. Sure doesn't know to do that. Has no idea.
So what's the thing with
I knew the way to say it.
being broke with
Philly
broke and everything? I have the 6 months you got lost. That's why I'm in here trying to get everywhere from the past.
She's supposed to be social.
This is my thing. Like, if I mean, how where's the players right now? As far as the week. This is my I don't want to get in the way of you guys. There's no far. I don't know if I'm supposed to stay. Am I missing 6 weeks? No?
The whole thing was is you have to be a resident. So these guys don't come with the suitcase back in. It's like a rock set. There's no over here, you come in, I'm here, and I'm a residency. I go back out, and now I can go back to the So that's the comedian who comes in from out of town and goes, ta-da, I'll take that money, boom, and goes out.
That's what they're doing. Every person like that doesn't do this like they just go up with Oh, is that where it is? I gotta rent him a war. I can't come back. How are you? I gotta rent him a go. He's one that doesn't like you. The other doesn't. I got a lot of everybody you shit.
It's no sense like you did better. It's like a choice that best.
Having a good chance.
It's not funny. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. I just want to know. That's all.
It was like I told that girl the other night. You're humorous, but you don't tell jokes. So you have humorous stories. You're just talking off of the head. It's not gonna last. And I'm not there judging you on was that a good performance tonight? This is a competition. You even said that. I'm committed to this whole thing. You're taking classes. You're an amateur trying to become professional. I'm helping you judge up to that particular point. Have you been doing better? Yeah, you have. And I keep telling you that. Every now and again, your delivery sucks. It's just the way it is. And you learn from those things because what sucks in one spot plays in another spot. All right, look, somebody asked me the other day, do you dress like this all the time?
Check,
or just
check,
when
check.
you come
You just said this all the time. I've seen this.
now imagine if you were at a church or someplace important and somebody said that they would think that would be appropriate. Just say, hey, do you dress like this all the time or just when you go to church? But what if I said that to you the way you dress right here and I say, hey man, do you dress like that all the time or just when you go to church? Now it sounds rude, sounds offhand, it doesn't. Because when you go to church, you dress up. So if you dress like this when you come to church and I ask you, do you dress like this all the time or just when you go to church? Do I mean that you dressed up or dressed down because you're going to church? It adds a different layer to it. So you have those humorous things. But you have to learn how to try to do it. And then, but it's the box. You have lots of great things. But as a set, as a whole,
Woke up early this morning, had a little extra time. So I thought I'd take myself out, have a morning time. Only one at the bar in the morning diner, sitting all by myself. All of a sudden, this man came in the diner, walked right by me and sat himself down. I'm afraid, sir, your leg is touching mine. sat down, and he got up and he looked around, and he looked me dead in my eyes and said, "You girls have a nice day." I said, "What does that mean?" "This is the Twilight Zone time." Why is this dude sitting so close to me? Why is his leg touching my leg? There's 20 other seats down there. He could have sat in any of those seats. Then all of a sudden, the waitress comes up and she says, "Hey Henry, do you want your coloring book today?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And she said, "Yeah." And I was like, "He wants his coloring book." In my head, I was thinking in my head, "I'm going coloring book." In my head, I was thinking in my head, maybe he didn't know, maybe that's his seat. Maybe he gotta sit there because it's ADHD. Maybe he got OCD or ADD. I don't know what the fuck he got these days. Maybe he gotta sit in that seat like an OCD thing, and he's gotta have the coloring book every morning at the same time with sunny side eggs up and whatnot, what have you. And then the other man looked at us and he said, "You girls have a nice day, like we're together or some shit." And I was like, "I just want to eat eggs." The only reason I came here was for a pancake. And when the pancake came out, I only used butter on it. And the guy next to me playing with his coloring book, because I didn't want to be rude and get up and leave and sit at another chair down the way. He freaked out. He was like, "You don't eat syrup on your pancakes. You don't. I was like, "Spit it out, shit. You don't like syrup on your pancakes. You don't like syrup on your pancakes. You don't like that syrup on your pancakes. You don't like the syrup on your pancakes. You don't like the syrup. You don't like the syrup on the pancakes, y'all." And I said, "No, I don't like syrup on pancakes, man. I just like butter." He said, "It's my birthday." I said, "Happy birthday. Will you buy me some pancakes?" I said, "Dude, I don't know you. Stop touching my leg." "It's my birthday." "I heard you the first time, and happy birthday." "Will you buy me some pancakes? Ice syrup on mine." I was like, "No, I don't know you like that. Please let me eat my breakfast." And then the waitress came out. She said, "You can't get no refill on your coffee because you being mean to Henry. You can't have no refill on your coffee because you being mean to Henry. Nobody's ever mean to Henry. Why don't you buy some pancakes? What, you cheap or something?" Like, I don't know that motherfucker like that. Why I gotta buy him some pancakes just because it's his birthday and he's special? I don't know his life like that. I don't know his people. Where mama at? She did. What? Where daddy at? He did. What? Where your auntie at? She did. Huh? Where your grandma at? She did. Huh? I like, where any of your family at? He did. They did. Buy me some pancakes. I want some pancakes with syrup on them. I eat my pancakes. I know don't eat my pancakes different from yours. You don't eat them with syrup. You weird. And I was like, hush up and just color your coloring book, Henry. "You girls have a nice day," he said. "You girls have a nice day," he said. So I bought that motherfucker little stack of pancakes. What the fuck was it supposed to do? What the fuck is it supposed to do? Oh, so I bought a motherfucking short stack of pancakes. What else was I supposed to do? He's special, it's his birthday, his name's Henry. The bitch won't give me no more coffee. I need coffee to wash down my motherfucking butter pancakes, you know what I'm saying? And he likes syrup on his pancakes. Syrup on the pancakes, yeah. Syrup on the pancakes. Syrup on the pancakes. I syrup on the pancakes. That's I never went back to that diner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's real. That's a real story. You know, the dingo ate the baby. Shit. I was showing him how you do it because he never plays his guitar. What's up, everybody? This is comedy night at the Happy Bones. And the Fox's Lair, you know what I'm saying? We're high as a motherfucker up in there. So we try to do some comedy with some people. I just made all of that up about something that happened at a diner, you know what I'm saying, a couple of weeks ago. And the man sat beside me and put his leg right on me. And then I thought, what the hell's going on? Because there was all this other space. We were literally the two only people at the damn bar, at breakfast bar. And I was like, why is he sitting so close to me? Why is he touching my leg? It turned out he was special, and he wanted his coloring book. And that's where he sat every day without fail. And then the waitress was like, you can't have a refill on your coffee if you mean to Henry. And I was like, are you joking or are you real right now? Are you for real saying this to me? Bitch, you know you want a tip, right? But she didn't give a fuck because she cared about Henry and his well-being. So I started to have to care about Henry and his well-being as well. And I got him a short stack of pancakes. I fell in line. Because obviously that's probably a game they run on every new person that walks in that diner. So the moral of the story is don't go to that diner, the flipping egg over.
Over where?
Over on 56, right near Bobby Jones, where it looks like a dime. It looks like a fucking, like a streamline, like a car, like a train car or something.
In South Dakota?
Yeah, Airstream, something like that. Yeah, it's in South Dakota.
50's diner.
Yeah, 50 diner. It's like that, but I think it was the one that was in Evans and they just moved it over here.
No.
I don't know, but it looked like the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And now it's called Flipping Egg. They got good pancakes, but be careful and don't sit at the end of the bar because Henry's gonna sit right beside you and he's gonna touch you with his leg. So it's not
being
cool.
scared, baby.
And then some random dude came in, and that was like real. The random dude comes in, sits beside us, like 2 seats down, doesn't order anything, doesn't look in the menu. And finally, the waitress is like, "You want to order something, sir?" And he's like, he stands up and he looks at us, and he's like, "You girls have a good day." And walks out. And I was like, I don't know Henry like that. Why? In the fuck? Obviously, tonight Wafiq had called and said that he had car problems and it's raining. And you know, he said it was an oil leak and a flat tire. Now, why are you going to add an oil leak in there? I'm just saying. You cannot do anything about an oil leak last minute like that. But I send light and love to Wafiq, and hopefully he make it. If he doesn't, that's fine. Tommy might make it, you know what I'm saying? I can't see none of y'all, so if y'all are out there and I say your name, you can say here, you know what I'm saying? Or principal, you know.
Present.
It's present, not principal.
I think it's principal. Anyway, don't correct me on my own show, okay? Damn. But, yeah, man, it was crazy, and I was tripping on it. So yeah, don't go that over there. I mean, you could if you wanted to, you know. I don't care. But if you go over there, you gotta say hey to Henry. He's cool. All right, he's special. All right, so I'm Happy Bones Jones, and Happy Bones means joints, and I be jonesing for joints. Therefore, I'm Happy Bones Jones. I'm always early, but I will be high. And then I'm going to scope the scene and feel the vibe. And then before the show, I'm going to find a place to get high again. You see what I'm saying? All right. I'd like to thank the Fox's Lair for letting us do this here. And Candace and Melinda. You know what I'm saying? The other day, my doctor said that one of the things with ADHD is that whole stimming thing. He's like, you do the stimming thing? I was like, yeah, I do the stimming thing. I do the stimming thing all the fucking time. And he's like, well, what's the main thing? And I was like, well, that night, you know, when I'm going to bed, I got to rub my feet together. I got to rub them together. And if my girl tries to stop me from rubbing my feet, I cannot go to sleep. So I try to rub my feet a little bit less aggressive these days than I used to. But we have 3 cats, right? And motherfucking cat coming there, and motherfucking cat's doing biscuits, right? Making biscuits. And I was like, this motherfucker got ADHD too. Shit. It's spreading. Oh. I'd like to thank Quest Sound and Productions for sponsoring us, and also You're good at this, Woodrow. You're doing so good. Heavy Bones Jones is really good at reading his own writing. I'm thinking that it's not working out. Oh, man. Oh, Art of Bell Aim. Yeah, Amethyst Robinson. She's a photographer that helps us out. I don't know. Well, I can't remember Art of Bell. I keep wanting to say Bell Aim of Art or some shit like that. But yeah, so hold on just a second. Oh yeah, the premise this week, I can't remember what it was. Bryce, you remember what it was?
Misinterpreted song lyrics.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we heard about one earlier that I'm not gonna give it away because I'm figuring he'll tell y'all, but it was good. I always, I still to this day don't know what the fuck that dude's saying in that song where he's like, woke up like a deuce, running around the night. What the fuck is a deuce? Like, I thought he said douche for a long time. I was like, you just wake up like an asshole every day? That's great. You're a douche. But Dad said, I don't think that's the word. And I was like, I'm gonna sing it like that. Nobody's corrected me yet. And then also, Jesus is just all right with me. I know it's the right words, but he's just all right? That's rude. Okay. He died for your sins, you know what I'm saying?
That's all right with me.
It's just all right, bro. That's cool. I'm sure he was, and I think a lot of people don't know this, but Jesus was the first surfer. A lot of people don't know that because they're people were scared to talk about it back in the day, and they're starting to get a little bit easier about it, and that's cool because we got the buddy Christ, right? But now we can have the hang loose Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because learning something that valuable is really it's a game changer. It's a game changer. Also, that the Son has conscience. Is a conscious being and projects the universe out from it and is a demigod. But besides all that, let's see. Matt, Miss Kelly. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, the 6-week shootout stuff, man. My fly's open. I'm just kidding. It's not. Made you look. Oh shit. I love cemeteries, man. Always whenever I'm driving around, I look for cemeteries, you know what I'm saying, so that I can stop and smoke blunts in them. And then whenever I get real high, I try to meditate and vibe it up so that maybe I can see the other dimension and there's a whole bunch of fucking spirits just rolling around and like they're like right up on me like, what you smoking on, man? Let me get some of that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know how ghosts do because it never worked. But I still do it. There was a big fight at Chuck E. Cheese this week, and I was like, usually I don't look at negative stuff like that, but there was one at Oak, and that's one of our local bars over on North Lake. And I'm talking about it was 30 motherfuckers fighting at this motherfucker. And the dude who was taking the video, he jumps up on the motherfucking like a table, and he's just like, oh shit. And I could see the bouncer. There's only one bouncer, and the bouncer is big as fuck, right? And he's bouncing people off of him, but they keep going back and fighting each other, and he's just like, y'all too many people. So he just walks off the video. He's like, fuck it, I'll quit. I don't give a fuck. And I don't blame him, you know what I'm saying? It was like 30 motherfuckers, like I said. And they was all, wigs flying everywhere. It was crazy, okay? And then right after that, there was one at Chuck E. Cheese. And it's the parents fighting. The kid's standing right there talking like, and I'm like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? This is my point. We are all children, even if we are grown and running around here acting like we ain't children. And society has done broke down out here because we was at Chuck E. Cheese a couple of months ago, me and my brother, and when we walked in there, they was trying to give us a wristband and shit, checking our IDs and shit, and the girl asked if we was gonna be leaving with any kids today, and Joe, my brother, was like, I don't know, we're gonna look around and see if there's anything we like. And I was like, I don't think that you shouldn't have said that. And then next thing I know, she's like waving the police over, and the police is like, what's the problem? And then he's like, they're trying to steal kids. And I'm like, what the fuck? How did this escalate like this? I'm not taking kids out of here. We're here for my niece's fucking birthday, and I didn't even want to be here in the first place. Why are you talking, Joe? And he's like, well, I thought it was funny. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't think it was funny. So I left. I never went back. I hadn't seen my niece since. That's fine. I saw a church sign the other day, and it said, keep Jesus in your... And I was like, what the fuck? Is it the basement, or in my closet, or in the attic, in the crawl space? There's a lot of places I can keep Jesus, you know what I'm saying? But personally, I just like for him to be free because he does my yard well. And you know, you can't skimp on good work these days because you can't find good help. So, and he's funny as fuck. You know, he's always que pasa this and que pasa that, and I think that's a funny word in Spanish. So keep Jesus in your check off whatever box you want to put there. And it's okay, because I saw it on the church sign. And
Payroll. Keep Jesus in your payroll.
Oh, shit. You trying to bribe Jesus to get in all the heavens and shit?
He just said he did a good job, so you want to make sure that he keeps coming back.
Oh, speaking of tipping, I do it, but I don't like it. I'm tripping. But, you know, back in the truth is, let me fucking tell you the truth. Back in depression, the fucking restaurateurs couldn't pay their fucking staff, and so they told them, go there and ask them bigwigs to give you a tip if you got good service. And then that's how tipping started. And now we have restaurateurs that pay the motherfuckers $2.15. Well, I don't know how much they get paid anymore, but maybe in, I don't know how many long years. I remember a time when it was $2.15, and then they had to get tips. So in America, the U.S. is the only place that tips, okay? If you try to tip somewhere outside of the U.S., they look at you like you're stupid. And then they're like insulted as well, because they're like, what the fuck, man? I got money. I don't need your tip, U.S. citizen, bitch. Kick, stretch, kick. Because you can only go to Canada after 50. You can't go there before that. They'll kick you out. And then I'm real romantic. I'm real romantic about everything. At the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I'm not interested anymore. Yep.
You just did that one because Raven's not here today?
No, Raven's different. Raven's different. We're filming. Raven's different. She's the best. Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing. I've been working on my impressions, right? But this is the thing, like, I'm really good at some impressions that like nobody would fucking know, right? Because
Like Stallone.
well, you hush. No, it's like honestly is like Katharine Hepburn, but not the young Katharine Hepburn. It's Katharine Hepburn on the On Golden Pond years. You know what I'm saying? When she was like couldn't stop shaking her head when she was talking. You know what I'm saying? And she'd be like, Henry, let's walk to the mailbox. And I'm like, shit, that bitch wants to go on a walk. She's a keeper. And then I've been trying to do Tina Turner. She did, right?
No.
Tina's not dead?
She's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Them legs
Okay.
good.
So like I'm like, why am I going through all the dead people? But Stallone's still alive, hush. So and then yeah, so she'd be like, I'm your private dancer, dancer for money. No, I know my down. You know what I'm saying? No, yeah? All right, I'm going to cross that one. Mr. T. I pity the fool that don't wear no jewelry. No? Yeah.
That's good.
All right.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. He was born in Augusta, Georgia. A lot of people don't know that. St. Joseph's Hospital, which is now Doctor's Hospital. All right, let's see. Wait, no.
That was a good hook.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What you gonna do when the Hulkamaniacs come down with you, brother? You know, I saw him once in the airport.
They got that.
That's
Very,
good.
he's very big. He's very big. I was like this. Oh my God, your arms really are big. Oh my God. And then Randy Savage, I've been, snap into a Slim Jim. You know, you just gotta act like you're trying to push out constipation. God, that breath. Oh yeah, I did Neil Diamond one time, but like, I only do the one line, right? It's like, we're coming to America. You know, he's really dramatic. Michael Caine, right? Michael Caine. I'm still working on that one. And then Paul McCartney is having a conversation with John Lennon in the afterlife. We've got little televisions in a pulpit. And then John's like, you're lying, Paul. You're crazy. Little telly, and we can take pictures, we can send them around the world with no wires, nothing. It's just like magic. And then, of course, Penelope the squirrel. One of these days, I'm gonna figure out how to make like a little half top head, and then she's gonna have these big granny glasses. They're gonna be all kinds of violet and shit with little sparklies on them. And then she's gonna have that chain hanging down, and she's gonna have a real tall like squirrel ears. And I don't know where she's from, but she goes like this. She'd be like, I'm Penelope the squirrel, and I'm here to teach you about how to love squirrels. Hit the brakes! We plant 90% of the world's trees. You're welcome for breathing. I'm Penelope the squirrel. I'm sorry that squirrels play the silly game of like, we're already across the road, but then we won't go back, but then we won't go, then we won't change it, but then we won't go. And then you run into the curb and bust your tire. And then we win the game. Yeah, that's Penelope. But I'm gonna work on her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do more on her. You know what I'm saying? And then there's Charlie Cooter. Now Charlie Cooter has his friend Bubba Washington, and Bubba Washington and him used to go hunting a lot, but they don't go hunting anymore because they had a fucking scary situation happen to them. It was wild, man. They went out in the woods and they were fishing this one spot. And one of them was doing some night fishing. He saw something across the way, and it was Sasquatch. It was Sasquatch, and the baby Sasquatch hid away in their truck as they were fleeing the scene, and knocked on their door. And it had a hairy little baby body. You know, it was like my size, but it had a hairy body, and then it had a perfect baby face. I had pictures of it at one time, but I don't have them anymore. I think I lost them, but I'm gonna find them again. And then the mariachi man, he thinks he's a ladies' man, but he's not. He kind of sounds like Puss in Boots when I really think about it. But he's like, hello, my dear. I am here to tell you how much I would like to give you a kiss. And whenever you touching my beard on a chica maractanche, I will not have too much tequila for you tonight, huh? Do you like it the much of the boom boom? Arriba! One of these days I'm gonna come in here dressed as the mariachi man. I'm gonna do a whole show on it. Now, who loves going to the beach? All right. Did you know that all of the white sand on all of the beaches all over the world is made from parrotfish poop. It's a fact. They eat the coral and they shit out the white sand. The white sand comes up on the beach, boom, white sand at the beach. So the next time y'all are at the beach covering yourself with sand, it's not sand, it's parrotfish poop, fecal matter. That's a fact. You can look it up. You can look it up for real. I think that's the end of my list of stuff that I wanted to try on you Martha Fockers. Y'all look excited for this show to keep it going. I like that about y'all. I think we could be friends. I feel like we could be close. I was thinking that Rich might want to start us off tonight. What you feel like, Rich? You think?
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit, there he is. That's what I'm talking about. I set the mood for you on a real weird vibe, so you know you ready.
That's my favorite kind.
Hell yeah! Everybody, give it up for Rich Rain. Woo! That was dude.
Give it up for Happy Bones Jones. I'm sure they're paying him a lot of money to do this tonight. Yay! Not all at once. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another moolah in the night, right?
Yep,
See?
that is right.
And you always go with the bad words, because for some reason, when you don't know the word, you drop a curse in there. It's just some people like to curse. They do. Misunderstood lyrics, man. It's like it's a great topic because everybody does it. It's a human phenomenon. Like the thing I can compare it to is I used to drink a lot in the 80s, right? And when I think back to that time, I have to wonder. I go, I got to think. I go, did that really happen? Or was I just blackout drunk and my imagination's just filling in the blanks? You do the same thing with lyrics, man, because everybody loves to sing. You do. It's just people love to sing, feel good. You're singing along and you get to a point and you're like, what did he say? Nah, screw it, man. I'll just make something up. And so you do. You drop something in, usually a curse, like, I like to hear some fucking Dixieland. Take me by the... You know he's not saying that. Yeah, but it sounds good, man. And I get to say fuck. And who doesn't like to say that word? Like when you hit your hand.